Jackson attorney from Kelly, and Kelly, Jennifer Kelly. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, long history of practicing law in the Kelly family. How far back does it go?
Well, the firm that I'm with, the family firm of Kelly, and Kelly, was started in 1954.
Wow.
And it was my grandfather, Philip Kelly, my dad, William, and his brother, Mark. And my grandfather retired in 1976, I believe. And then my uncle passed away unexpectedly in 1981, so my dad ran the firm from then until I joined him in 1992. And then my brother Michael joined us in 1998, so we were back up to Kelly, and Kelly. And then Dad passed away in 2018, and my brother moved on to another gig in 2020, so it's been just me.
You were the last of them.
The last of them, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just Kelly, but it stayed Kelly, and Kelly.
Stayed Kelly, and Kelly, yeah.
Now, you're from a big family. Did you feel pressure from your dad or your uncle or your grandfather to go into law?
No, as a matter of fact, my dad had absolutely no idea I was even going to do this. I was a school teacher, taught at Our Lady of Fatima for a few years and then at Queens. Mm-hmm. And it was my brother-in-law, in fact, that lives in Cincinnati, who had kept pushing me to go into law. So I said, well, send me the LSAT, the paperwork to do the aptitude test to get into law school. And it came in 2 days. So I figured, okay, I guess I better try it. So I took the LSATs. Didn't do good on the first time around, so I took them again and then told my dad that I want to go to law school, which he was very pleased with. And so I took one more year to get the money together to be able to do it, taught for one more year, and then went to my dad, my uncle, and father's alma mater, University of Detroit. So he was very excited, even more excited when my senior year of law school, I said, I want to come and practice with you. So never had any pressure from him, but very happy that I decided to do it. So. Oh,
I'm sure he's very proud to have someone following in his profession.
He and I were together for probably 26 years. We practiced together. So. Nice.
What did you specialize in?
We did primarily, we did a lot of insurance defense work, so I was doing some trial work. But then I found my niche in estate planning and probate. My dad, remember the first case I ever had, my dad threw me into a jury trial, or a bench trial, I should say, in district court with Judge Walls. And that was the first time Judge Walls was my first experience in trial work.
Judge Walls watches the show every day.
And it couldn't have been the nicest. I had a very good opposing counsel, and she was also very understanding. That was my first experience doing this, and so kind of helped me in knowing when to stand and when to sit and to do things like that. And but then my dad would steer the older female clients my way for the estate planning, and I just found my niche with that. Cool. And then started doing guardian ad litem work for the probate court, and that veered into doing conservatorships, guardianships. And so the majority of my practice for the last at least 15, 20 years has been a lot of estate planning and probate area.
And that's exactly what the probate judge does. That's some of what
she does, yeah. And the other things I'll be dealing with will be the mental health court. There's also family court. Family court merged in with the probate court around the time that Judge Vandercook took the bench. They melded the courts together, and so instead of being strictly estates and conservatorships, it's now involved with family law, such as divorce, custody, and things of that nature. So it'll be a whole parameter of things that I'll be dealing with.
So Judge Diane Rapley decided she was going to retire, and then I understand you had some friends that were suggesting that this would be right up your alley.
Yeah, once I heard she was retiring, a couple of attorneys had called me and encouraged me to try for it, so I thought, well, I might as well. I mean, the worst can happen is I don't make it, but I'm at an age now where if I didn't try it now, this is a 6-year term, and so if I didn't go for it now, I wouldn't be able to run in the next term because I would have been aged out according to the requirements of of how old you can be at the time that you're running for a position as a judge.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think there was an age limit.
Yeah, there is here
It's-
in Michigan.
Not for Supreme Court or president. You
No.
can be any age.
Right. But even if you're perfectly confident, if you're over that certain age, you can't run again, so.
So it was a pretty close election. Two, well-respected attorneys, Bill Rapley, running for that seat as well. Now, do you have goals, things you want to accomplish in that role?
Yeah, there's one thing I'm looking at. I have a super staff there. I'm very pleased with the staff that I'm inheriting in doing this. But one thing that I would like to do, just based on my own experience dealing with people who aren't represented by attorneys that are coming into the probate court and dealing with the process on their own, is I'd like to make the process even more user-friendly for those that have to navigate it, having to fill out the forms and making sure they're filling them out right, especially with conservatorships and even with the probate process. Those forms are not user-friendly. And I found in my experience that a lot of people get very frustrated, and so I'm hoping to maybe have a tutorial or something to have them to be able to reference to make it a little bit easier for them so that if they go in, especially going in for a hearing, they know they've got everything in order and their hearing is not going to be adjourned because they missed something or they forgot to serve somebody. So that's what I'm basically looking at, is trying to make it a little bit easier for the people that either can't afford an attorney or want to do it on their own, that they're getting it done right the first time around.
Well, it's a lot. For someone that's never had to deal with any of that, you can't just take a quick tutorial and learn it overnight.
No, but hopefully having something like online on the probate court website that they could reference to, because I know as a guardian ad litem, a lot of times these folks that had to fill out accountings and other forms would contact me because I was the attorney that was appointed to represent the case, the person in the first place, and so the family members that are taking care of them would contact me, and many times I would sit down with them and we would go over the forms, and once they've done it once and they've seen how it's done, they're much more comfortable with it. And I'd like to have something like that available to help people to make it easier for them.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of hard because as a judge, you can't give legal advice.
Correct. Correct. Exactly. So we're figuring, I've talked to my staff on it, and that's something that they had said that was one of our goals too. So it's kind of a team effort that we're going to.
I see there's a Kelly on staff, but it's a different family. It's not even spelled the same.
Right, she's 2 E's in her name. Yeah, so in fact, she's gotten a stamp because with the 2 Kellys, it would even be funny in court when the judge would say, Miss Kelly, and we didn't know whether she was talking to me or she was talking to Julie.
And you'll take office. When will you be sworn in?
I'll be sworn in on January the 2nd in the probate court. I'm going to be sworn in by Judge Rick LaFlamme, a circuit court judge here in town, and then I have to go to judges training, which I kind of refer to as the boot camp, from the 6th of January through the 9th up in Lansing. And then my first day on the bench will be January 13th, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
So
get
it's
you
coming
right
up.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And best wishes in your new position.
Yep, I appreciate all the well wishes I've gotten from people, and it's been kind of overwhelming, you know, the people that have gotten in touch with me and told me how happy they were for me. So I hope I can live up to the expectations, and
I think you'll be great.
thank you so much.
Thanks for coming in today.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
The newly elected Jackson County Probate Judge, Jennifer Kelly. Well, we've got